Hello guys, and welcome to another video with Invictus Trader. My name is Robert Sutu. I'm the content creator. I will try to go ahead and give you my opinion and outlook for the next week coming up. Today is Saturday, 6/24/2023, and we're going to be doing a top-down approach, looking down at the 6-month all the way down to the 30-minute, and trying to figure out what happened this past week and what is my opinion of next week to come. As you guys are fully aware, we recently had the military coup attempt in Ukraine/Russia, so kind of be aware of that news moving forward. We'll see what happens and how the markets digest that information and what may come of that. But moving forward, let's take a look at the 6-month chart. All right, guys, as we take a look at the 6-month over here, we see that price kind of stayed above the breakout area, above value area high, above 42.77.75. We brought in some volume this past week, and we just kind of traded in a range and just kind of pulled back with price from the all-time high that was made in the overnight. So right now, this kind of low volume node at the 43.80 area is going to be a key area of resistance for the shorts as they try to push price lower. I see price possibly going down to around 43.68 area and seeing how it behaves around that area. If it pulls a little lower than that, then we could possibly see price moving lower. But as of right now, this particular area, this low volume node, is going to be a key area of resistance for the sellers moving forward. Again, period high at 44.93.75. Price is above value area high. We got a point of control of 41.83.25, and value area low is at 40.24.25. If sellers do take control of this price action moving forward, anticipate price to go back into value and target its point of control. But as of right now, price continues to be above value area high. We have volume coming in. Although we did have a price moving up on lower volume, right now this breakout is being balanced out with time and volume. As we take a look at the monthly volume profile, we can see something similar. Value area high is at 44.13. Price is below that area. And again, this low volume node right there is going to be key area of resistance for the sellers. That just happens to correspond with the 43.60 area. If that doesn't hold and sellers are able to push through that area fairly quickly, then 4,333.50 is going to be the next area of interest. Right now, the value area low is pushing against period low. So again, that right there could be a magnet on price, pushing price lower. But again, we'll see how price behaves as we enter this low volume node and the momentum. If the momentum's there, then we're going to be carried over to this point of control. As we take a look at the weekly, we can see that volume was brought in above that breakout. Sellers are just building this particular volume profile out and building out the distribution curve a little bit more successful. Next area of interest, 43.67, 43.68 area. That breaks, then we're going to go back to 43.49. As we keep moving lower, if that area doesn't hold and we don't find buyers over there, then possible 43.13.50 on a weekly. But again, I'm anticipating buyers to hit this area pretty significantly and pretty hard, an attempt to save this price action and continue with the price higher. That 44.93.75 high was made in the overnight session, so that was a weak high. I anticipate that area to be a magnet on price moving forward, and it's going to be revisited eventually. But right now, the sellers are just pushing back on price and pulling this down to a particular area where they're looking for buyers. We're essentially price exploring right now. We'll see where buyers move in, but if they move in this general area, I anticipate a retracement back to the high. As we take a look at the weekly chart, we see that the previous week's candle was pretty bullish. We had a bullish engulfing, but we also had a very low pullback. So sellers really didn't have any power. That was a very bullish candle. This week right here, we're just kind of retracing and balancing it out for now. But again, we have left a low volume node right there. Liquidity void right there. We have another liquidity void right there around the 42.46 area. Again, I'll be looking for buyers to move in around a 40.60 to 40.40 area. If that area holds, then I'm anticipating the price to move back to retest that high and possibly break out for higher prices. Next area of interest on this particular candle is going to be 45.52 to 45.75. As we take a look at the daily, we see that price rejected off the R2 right there. VWAP is at 43.74.75, so that's definitely going to be an area of interest as price moves lower. I'll be looking for buyers to possibly buy off VWAP and attempt to push price back high. If sellers are keeping the buyers at bay and buyers don't move aggressively off of VWAP, then again, we're going to be targeting possibly lower prices and moving back on the weekly over there. 43.40 area is going to be a key area of interest. But again, right now, price is near monthly VWAP. Anticipate buyers to possibly hit that area pretty aggressively in an attempt to move price higher again. As we take a look at the 8-hour, we had price find sellers at this particular area at the high. Sellers took control, bounced off the 21 EMA once, weren't able to hold it, and then tried again one more time. And right now, we are below the 21 EMA. 50 EMA right here in the gold was going to be the next resistance area. We'll see how sellers behave around there in anticipation for buyers to move in aggressively. Again, I'll be looking for the 50 EMA to be resistance for the sellers and buyers moving in, pushing price back above the 21 EMA. If the sellers take solid control and this gets aggressive after we break the 50 EMA, then I'll be looking for 43.22, 43.03, 42.90, with a target of the 200 EMA at 42.52. Again, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if momentum picks up after we break the 50 EMA, then those are the levels I'm looking at. But as of right now, the 50 EMA is going to be crucial for the buyers. I'll be looking for buyers to push price back above the 20 EMA, targeting that week high. As we take a look at the 8-hour chart, we see that buyers found resistance at the 138, 150% mark on the Fibonacci. They moved in aggressively off this area. Sellers continued to push price lower and took it below the 1 standard deviation, the 100% line, and now we are kind of trending lower. If sellers continue with this momentum, then they could possibly target the top of this megaphone pattern and possibly continue higher off that area. But again, we have to respect the buyers, and we're going to have to see if this is going to be a minor pullback or a deeper pullback to find more additional buyers as price goes through the auction process. I will be looking for buyers to move in aggressively off this particular low volume node or liquidity gap we have right there. And we'll see how price behaves around that area. Again, 43.60 area is going to be crucial to 43.40. So we'll see how price behaves. Looking at 2-hour with the volume profile in the background, we see that price is breaking below value area low last week, wasn't able to close above it. So that's kind of a bearish indication that the momentum may possibly continue. We have a 44.14 point of control and 44.24 a value area high. Now, if Monday sellers are able to take this price action down to around 43.60 area and find buyers, and that could initiate a stop loss pushing price above 44.24. So next week I'll be looking for 44.24 if buyers move in as an area of interest for a stop loss hit. I'm imagining right above that pullback, there's a significant amount of stops, just resting stops over there that sellers took short. So that area right there is going to be key area moving forward. Again, we got resting stops up here around 44.40 and definitely above 44.62. So moving next week, 44.24 is going to be a crucial area for the sellers and the buyers as well. If price continues below 44.60, then we're going to target 43.48. And if momentum continues this and keeps pushing price lower, then I'll be looking for the 43.1850 point of control to be the next target on price. As we take a look at the 30-minute chart, there's some levels I want to highlight to you guys. First of all, I want to say that the VWAP at 43.73 is going to be a key area of interest for me moving forward. I'll be looking for buyers to move aggressively off that. Also, it's the S1 on the pivots, so we'll see how that particular area behaves once sellers take it to that magnet. I'll be looking for buyers to hit that hard. If that area doesn't provide buyers, then I'll be looking for the next level at 43.4875. Again, 43.73 to 43.48 is going to be a crucial area for the buyers as well as for the sellers. If buyers do move in off this area aggressively, then I'll be looking for the 200 EMA at 44.15 to provide a great opportunity for a short squeeze. We have a lot of stops above these levels as price pulled back, and those areas could definitely trigger a short squeeze, breaking price above the prior week high at 44.59. But again, buyers do have to take control of this action, and we have to see those buyers moving aggressively. If they don't move in aggressively, then we could definitely target lower prices. But again, the VWAP right now is going to be a crucial area that I'm going to be paying attention to. All right, guys, in closing, I want to go back to the 4-hour chart. This kind of, like I said before, this has been my bread and butter chart. I've been looking at this for a while. Again, next week is going to be a challenging week. Sellers are in control right now, but the pullback just has not been aggressive. We've been having this very well calculated grinding pullback with very low momentum. I would say the sellers are doing a very terrible job of pulling this lower. Again, I want to see strong momentum. Pushing this price lower if the sellers were in solid control, repairing some of those weak references we left behind. But it has not taken place. Right now, as we break lower, I will see if momentum intensifies. But if it does, then we're going to be looking for the lower area around 43.40, 43.20 to see how that area behaves. If that does not take place, then we can definitely anticipate buyers taking hold of this again, pushing price above the 1 standard deviation and targeting that particular area. This is going to be a strong area of confluence and strong area of resistance for the buyers. I want to see the 4,500 area break with strong momentum in order to target that second standard deviation at 45.98. But again, guys, right now, next week, I think still going to be a challenging week. We have a lot of news events, especially with the Russian coup d'etat. We'll see how that behaves, and we'll see what kind of comes out of the news. But right now, we got to respect the charts, respect the lack of momentum that the sellers are kind of showing us, and just kind of give the opportunity for the bulls to kind of give us more market-generated information and see if they're able to take hold. With that said, I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and if you don't guys care, go ahead and join my free Discord group. A lot of great motivated traders are in there providing a lot of valuable information. No charge at all. But again, thank you so much for your time. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you found this valuable, go ahead and subscribe. You guys have a good weekend and happy trading next week. Thank you.